For years, China assumed the weakening of Taiwan, and eventually Japan, was only a matter of time. But Beijing has now received a harsh reality check. Convinced it had become the undisputed master of the Pacific, China poured trillions into advanced warships, fifth-generation fighter jets filling the skies, and nuclear submarines once considered untouchable. Yet today, Beijing is witnessing the unraveling of what it thought was a perfect strategy. The real shock is that this powerful display, which has left China's vast military momentarily frozen, isn't coming from Taiwan alone. The United States just made a bold and unexpected move. The USS Boxer Amphibious Ready Group, originally heading from San Diego toward the Middle East to counter the Iranian blockade, suddenly altered its course in mid-April. Along with the USS Comstock and the 11th Marine Regiment, this formidable force redirected straight into the heart of the Pacific. After operating quietly near Guam and Saipan in recent weeks, the group made a high-profile transit through the Surigao Strait near the Philippines on April 26. This swift repositioning sent a clear signal. The U.S. is committed to reinforcing its presence in the 7th Fleet, no matter the cost. At the same time, American, Japanese, and Philippine forces are carrying out live-fire missile drills and amphibious landing exercises on an island just north of Taiwan. In response, China sent its aircraft carrier Liaoning, loaded with J-15 fighters, through the Taiwan Strait, once again declaring the island a non-negotiable red line. But this is only the surface. The U.S. has taken one of its most decisive steps yet to protect Taiwan. From over 10,000 kilometers away, Washington has effectively created a military shield that blocks China's easy access routes to the island. Even close allies like Japan and South Korea are stunned. They never imagined the U.S. could neutralize much of China's military advantage without firing a single shot. Taiwan is no longer standing alone. It is rapidly transforming into a heavily fortified outpost, armed with America's most advanced weapons. HIMARS rocket systems, ATACMS ballistic missiles, M109A7 Paladin howitzers, and M1A2T Abrams tanks are all arriving or already in position. Harpoon anti-ship missiles and Javelin anti-tank systems stand ready on Taiwanese soil, their sights aimed squarely toward the Chinese mainland. China's once proud navy now finds itself well within striking range of this growing arsenal. Should the leadership in Beijing decide to cross that red line, the military consequences would be devastating. Even China's own coastal cities and major ports could face serious threats, as the U.S. turns Taiwan into what many call an unsinkable aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean. Taiwan's rugged, mountainous terrain provides ideal cover for these systems. Mobile launchers can disappear into underground tunnels and forests, staying hidden even from Chinese satellites. What began as Taiwan's porcupine strategy is now evolving into a highly effective defensive machine, thanks to this fresh influx of U.S. weaponry. The foundation of this shift started with a major $6.6 billion U.S. arms package. At its core are 82 new HIMARS launchers and 420 ATACMS missiles. Given that the Taiwan Strait is only about 180 kilometers wide at its narrowest, these weapons, with a range of up to 300 kilometers, can hit key targets on the Chinese mainland in minutes. Their high speed and ability to evade radar make them extremely difficult to stop. Critical Chinese staging ports like Xiamen and Fuzhou in Fujian province now lie directly in the crosshairs. Any attempt to mass amphibious ships there could end badly, especially with missiles ready from Taiwan's outlying islands like Penghu. What worries Chinese planners most is the HIMARS mobility. Using shoot-and-scoot tactics, Taiwanese forces can fire and relocate these systems in under 5 minutes, making them highly survivable against airstrikes. Meanwhile, Taiwan's coastal defenses are also getting stronger. 60 new M109A7 self-propelled howitzers are joining the inventory. These precision-guided artillery systems can rain accurate fire on approaching landing craft, turning the shoreline into a deadly zone. Firing up to 10 rounds per minute and coordinating digitally, they can overwhelm targets with concentrated barrages. At sea, the Harpoon anti-ship missile will form a key layer of defense. By 2028, around 100 launcher batteries are expected. These sea-skimming missiles, with a range of about 150 kilometers, can strike Chinese naval groups before they get close. Any forces that somehow reach the beaches will then face Taiwan's upgraded ground forces. The latest batch of 28 M1A2T Abrams tanks, part of a larger deal bringing the total to 108, has been quietly delivered and moved to frontline units in the north under heavy security. These advanced tanks, combined with thousands of Tau and Javelin anti-tank missiles, create a formidable barrier. In urban areas and mountainous terrain, Taiwanese troops can use these portable weapons to ambush and destroy advancing armor from hidden positions, neutralizing China's numerical advantage through asymmetric tactics. The overall picture is clear. The US has built a multi-layered defense network across the Pacific that makes a quick Chinese victory nearly impossible. Any invasion attempt would likely turn into a long, costly, and bloody campaign. So why is the US pouring so much firepower into the region while tensions continue in the Middle East? The answer lies in China's increasingly aggressive actions. Beijing has repeatedly sent its navy to assert dominance, including sailing the Liaoning carrier through the Taiwan Strait with a full deck of fighters, an act widely seen as both a challenge and a sign of underlying panic. China has also deployed multiple large amphibious assault ships, escorted by advanced destroyers, into the South China Sea, effectively attempting to blockade disputed waters. Nuclear-capable submarines have added to the tension. Chinese warships have even ventured provocatively near Japan's southern islands, testing reactions and logistics. In the air, J-20 stealth fighters have repeatedly probed Taiwan's defenses. On the surface, China Coast Guard vessels have conducted frequent gray zone incursions near Kinmen Island, seemingly rehearsing for larger operations while probing Taiwan's responses. These moves have not gone unanswered. Japan, long cautious due to its pacifist constitution, has dramatically shifted course. It is now rapidly rearming, acquiring dozens of F-35A stealth fighters and planning for a much larger fleet. Japanese destroyers like JS Ikazuchi and JS Asahi have boldly transited sensitive waters, including the Taiwan Strait and into the South China Sea, directly challenging Chinese claims. Tokyo is also turning its Ryukyu Islands into fortified missile outposts, creating choke points that restrict Chinese naval movement into the open Pacific. What truly complicates China's position is the growing coordination among the US, Japan, the Philippines, and other partners. Under American leadership, these allies are forming a tighter, more integrated military network stretching across the region. Advanced US submarines patrol the depths, quietly tracking Chinese movements with superior sonar. The Pacific is no longer an uncontested space for Beijing. A complex web of alliances, advanced weapons, and forward-deployed forces has changed the strategic balance. What do you think about these developments? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy longer-form content like this, check out our full episodes on Spotify. Presented by TGN. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your support.